How to form an LLC in Connecticut. When starting a new company, choosing a business entity is one of the most important decisions that you make. For most businesses with more than one founding member, forming an LLC is often the best option. Before we begin, let's quickly define what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and is an uncomplicated business structure that gives business owners legal protection by separating personal assets from business debts. Creating an LLC can get complicated depending on where you're based, as the process differs from state to state. To avoid any missteps, follow along as we show you how to form an LLC in Connecticut. The first step in forming an LLC is to select a name. Connecticut has two naming guidelines. 1. Your LLC's name must be distinguishable from the names of existing businesses on file with the Secretary of State. 2. The name of your LLC must include the words Limited Liability Company or either of the abbreviations LLC or LLC. After selecting a name for your LLC, you must reserve it with the Connecticut Secretary of State. To do this, 1. First, check that the name is available by searching the Connecticut Business Name Database. 2. If the name is available, reserve it by filing an application form that saves the name for you for up to 120 days. The application must be mailed to the Secretary of State's office. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Step 2. Designate a registered agent. As in nearly every U.S. state, forming an LLC in Connecticut requires the appointment of a registered agent. A registered agent is an individual or a company that acts as your official point of contact in the state to receive legal documents, service of process, and other official communications from the state. It is their job to forward these documents and communications to your LLC in a timely manner. A registered agent helps save time mailing documents and keeps your address and other information private. Your registered agent must meet the following requirements. 1. Must be a state resident or business entity with a street address in Connecticut. 2. Have a business office in Connecticut if located out of state. Check out the description below for recommended registered agent services that can guide you through this entire process. Step 3. File a certificate of organization. You must file your certificate of organization with the Secretary of State to legally form your LLC. The certificate of organization will ask for the following details: LLC name, LLC principal address, registered agent name and address, LLC organizer name and address, names and addresses of one or more LLC members and/or managers, LLC organizer signatures, the LLC's email address. You can file online or by mail. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Next is to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement will describe your business structure, establish the individual responsibilities and obligations of the LLC members, detail how your LLC will be run. Although Connecticut doesn't require one, an operating agreement clarifies the specific duties of its members, which may help your LLC avoid significant legal and operational difficulties. Step 5. Get an EIN. Before your company is ready to start doing business, you must obtain an IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, by applying on the IRS website. The 9-digit EIN is like a social security number for a business and is necessary for things like paying income tax, filing tax returns, opening a business bank account. You can apply for an EIN on the IRS website. Finally, make sure to complete all additional legal requirements. File an annual report. Connecticut LLCs need to file an annual report with the Secretary of State. The report has to be filed online and is due between January 1 and April 1, starting with the first calendar year after the LLC is formed. File taxes. LLCs with employees and those that collect sales tax must register with the Connecticut Department of Revenue Services. You can register online, by mail, or by delivering your application. Acquire additional licenses. Connecticut LLCs may have to acquire additional licenses, permits, or certifications depending on the nature of their business. Check the Connecticut Economic Resource Center for more state license and permit information. For more information on local licensing requirements, contact the city clerk in your LLC's municipality. So, to sum it up, how to form an LLC in Connecticut. Select a name, designate a registered agent, file a certificate of organization, create an operating agreement, obtain an employer identification number, fulfill your legal obligations, particularly those relating to submitting annual reports, registering for state taxes, and applying for any additional licenses you may need. By following these steps, you can form an LLC in Connecticut. All the websites mentioned earlier are located in the description below, as well as a link to a guide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos answering your questions about all things LLC.